The rental company picked up the backhoe. I'm trying to figure out if it rained out here or not, because it poured last night. Huge drops, so loud it was crazy. In the middle of the night, woke me up. If it rained like that out here, it doesn't really show any evidence of it. I don't think it did. So now that I don't have a backhoe, I'm so glad I got all that work done yesterday, because there's no backhoe now. No backhoe, all the work stops, and I can't get those shipping containers butted right up next to each other without a backhoe. Now I'm thinking about beefing up these piers, because for some reason I thought I had 1-foot piers, but no, I have 10-inch piers. I think I asked for 10-inch, and he says, oh, we don't have any that small, we have 1 foot. And I'm like, oh, that's probably better anyway. But then I just realized they got a giant 10 written all over them, so I just wasn't registering that they were 10. I thought, and I was like, God, those 1-footers are so much smaller than those 24-inchers, because they weren't 1-footers, they were 10-inchers. So I'm thinking about beefing up, like stacking cinder blocks kind of around some of them to make a larger. Some of them are kind of tall to kind of support them a little bit. But then if you have this cardboard tube that's surrounded in cement that you're never going to pull back out again, it'll be in there. Is that bad? Probably. It's probably not good. I think basically what the bottom line on this is going to be, that what I'm doing now isn't going to be good enough to code these shipping containers. And I'm going to have to do something else to code them, to get them, like, I don't even know what. You have to buckle them to the ground. They have to, I mean, I think that's enough concrete underneath them. I think that's substantial enough, but I don't know. I just don't know, but I'm guessing it's not. I thought I was overdoing it until I started looking at it. Now I'm like, that's probably not overdoing it, because those are 10-inchers. They're not 1-footers. And then in some cases they're super tall. In some cases they're super short. I have to get a backhoe out here to fill these holes, backfill these holes. I think I'm going to end up leaving early today and going back, filling out the paperwork online for that other backhoe. But I'm sure they got the wrong phone number in there again, so it'll probably be just a waste of my time. But once I'm done with the forms here, there's really nothing I can do without a backhoe. I'm pretty much dead in the water at this point. Thanks, IQCU. Physically, I'm starting to feel better, but I'm just having a real hard time. The cement delivery coming on Monday, and it's like it's Thursday now. The backhoe got picked up, so I need to deal with that. I can't even get those shipping containers finished without a backhoe, so I would have to rent it again or just break down and buy one. And, well, I think if I just break down and buy one, I'll probably be much happier and much broker, and I'll realize that loss, the pain of the loss of the money and the extra money. If I didn't buy a backhoe, I wouldn't realize the pain yet. I feel real guilty by leaving at 129, but I seriously have stuff I can do in town. I got to deal with this rental stuff and find some wire I think would help. I'm a little worried about these tall cylinders. Like when the concrete comes going into them, it just knocks them over. That means I got to redo everything every time, or be holding the thing or something. So my thought is I'm going to put a block next to the taller ones and wrap a wire around it, and I'll just hold it there. Ghetto fab. This guy that drops off the shipping containers, this guy's a super cool guy. Tells friggin' crazy stories about the Rajneeshis and cancer and shit. Talked to him now about 4 times on pickups and deliveries of my shipping containers. He's a pretty interesting guy, really nice guy. We just get to bullshitting, and hopefully his boss doesn't see this. That truck's amazing though, man. It's built in Sweden. It's like $500,000 or some shit. And it can pick up shipping containers flat. And this one in particular, it can stretch and shrink. There's only like 3 of them or 4 of them like that in the whole world. So it can pick up a 20-footer, a 30-footer, a 40, up to 45 feet. Which the biggest ones are 53 feet. So pretty handy to have it actually in the whole world, to have it located in Portland. But it's not cheap, and it's freaking running around all the time. They're definitely interstate business. Unfortunately, they're coming out here for Facebook. So he'll be out in the neighborhood 1 week after I get the concrete delivered. Cement, 1 week after that shows up, they'll be there. And I was kicking these other posts that I already put in, so those seem solid, and it's not even been a week. So I'm totally will be okay as long as I can just nail the height within like an inch. If everything's within an inch, that's amazing. 1 inch variance over all that area. And like a normal construction company, that variance would probably be like 1/8 of an inch or something. I'm fully aware that I'm gonna have to use shims. I mean, I did 2 right next to each other and they were 2 inches off. 2 inches and they were 8 feet apart. Can you imagine if I had done the whole thing with strings? I don't know how they did that. They must have just had some high-level string talent back in the day. They were just really good with strings, I guess. Maybe there's some other shit I don't even know. So he looked at what I had in the ground, and this guy's old school construction, big construction, dams, roads, all that big shit. He looked at what I was doing, and he looked at the size of everything, and he said everything needed to have at least an area of 2 cubic feet. So as long as I have 2 cubic feet worth of shit going on in my hole that was sunk all the way down to the really hard ground, then I should be good. If should, woulds, and coulds were candy and nuts, it'd be Christmas around here. Christmas with juniper trees. The exhaustion. I realized where a big part of this exhaustion is coming from. And a big part of this exhaustion is coming from is I haven't had a good night's sleep in probably about a week because my little girl cat, Zuzi, is not fixed. And randomly, she'll just spend a week or so meowing in the middle of the night. Not to mention, I had to get out of bed to get up here early enough to make sure I was there when these guys got there. I'm out of my normal sleep-wake pattern, and it just physically working this freaking hard at the same time as doing all the thinking that I'm doing and shit sleep. It's like there's no wonder why I'm exhausted right now. I gotta get a good night's sleep tonight. And I always tell myself, I'm just like, I'll just shut the bedroom door. But then they're all in there with me when I go to bed, being all snuggly and cute and stuff, and I'm like, fall asleep and never shut the door. And then middle of the night comes and she's meowing and I'm yelling at her. She just like thinks that means meow more. Exhaustion is not a good thing. And I really shouldn't be exhausted. I really shouldn't be. I should be approaching this whole thing and just like working through it when a decent amount of time is allowed, but that's not the way it's working right now. It's mad scramble. It's not as mad scramble anymore because I've already missed the whole window of opportunity, and now I'm paying for it on the back end. I don't have a choice. I got to get it nailed this time. Seriously, got to get it nailed this time. All right, bye. Well, it's a very nice day today. I actually got a good night's sleep last night. Zuzi is done with her whole thing. She didn't wake me up all night. This morning, they both came and cuddled with me in the morning, which is super awesome. They're so cute. Sometimes they get jealous of each other, though, and like just one will come and try to steal all the attention. The other one will just get all jealous and leave. Such funny little creatures. When she had that whole problem that she had that disease thing, and then I didn't feel comfortable getting her fixed, then I started to contemplate like, oh, maybe it would be cool, moving out here. There's a lot of freaking rodents running around, and these cats aren't really, they grew up like inside and all like pampered and stuff. So if I have a litter of kittens, and then I could like raise them like indoor outdoor cats, and they could be like little hunters that kept the rodent population at bay. And I don't know if that's the best thing, if she's already been stunted, to have her have babies. I don't know. There was a few months there that she wasn't doing anything, and that was sure nice. I gotta get her fixed. I think that's probably the best. They warned me that they could cause cancer. Everything causes cancer. I think the best cure for cancer is just not knowing. I didn't know I had cancer. I just died quickly. Boy, it's nice to not have that water container in the back of my truck. I can actually use my rear view mirror again, which I actually like my rear view mirror in the center. That's why I don't put a canopy on the back of my truck. That's why I'm not like a big fan of SUVs versus trucks. It's like I like to be able to see out the back. I should have those foundation piers all finished today and ready for the concrete on Monday. That should be completely done. My hands are going to be toasted from cutting all the rebar. My back's going to be toasted from cutting the rebar. But I'm ready for it today. I ate a steak yesterday and slept good, which makes all the difference in the world. Loading up on protein and getting good rest. It's a lot easier to work after that. I kind of farted around yesterday too, which was nice. I didn't get too much work done. I kind of took a day off. If I get this work done soon enough today, I'm getting a late start because I just kind of took it easy this morning. Today was the first day in like quite a while. The first thing when I woke up wasn't on my mind was CBD. I can't move. Somebody beat me up with a baseball bat. That's what I feel like when I work as hard as I do. I can work really hard for really long hours. I don't like to though because it's painful. And normally when I'm doing that means I have some deadline I'm trying to meet, and I don't like that either. I still can't find an ND filter, and it's windy, so the thing will be like. So this is the finished product. They're all done, I think. What I've got going on here is my footing, and then my pile, and then my pile holder, and then steel reinforcement in those, steel reinforcement in those. Just kind of haphazardly put in all those, and that's how I did each one of the small ones. Smaller ones turned out to be smaller than I was thinking they were going to be, so I was like, well, I'll just beef them up a little bit. There's another one. Now there's a big one, and the big ones are to hold double. So they hold 2 shipping containers, get parked on the doubles. And then I doubled one just because I could. There's another one. This one's a lot taller. Oh, I did forget to put the rebar in this one. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm doing a final inspection. So I retroactively put the extra piece on that one, and I'll pour concrete on that just so they're all the same. That one seems solid AF though. I messed up when I was leveling with the string. This one was off. So now I had rebar coming out of it, and 2 places I had rebar. So I wired other rebar to that rebar and then ran it off here in all directions. That'll all be a reinforced cement shim. Here's the big one that I just put out big extra. Main reason is because it might be easier to make a door that doesn't mount to the shipping container fully. Like it might be good to just be able to stand it on that, have it go up, because I'm gonna put a door on this. There'll be a door, so this will be the inner area, and yeah, so I guess I got more rebar cutting to do, which I think is really one of my least favorite things to do. Kills my hands. Vibration, holding tight. I just came up with this idea to put this little extra blocks in there, and the main reason of that is just because when I was filling that one over there, it was hard to keep it upright. As I'm leveling it, it made it easier to level. And when I'm the only guy here, when the cement truck's here, and the cement's flowing out of there, and I gotta hold everything, that thing's gonna help me hold it so I don't lose where the freaking thing is supposed to be. Like I could put my hands on the top and not worry about the bottom moving. If I had nothing holding that at all, and the cement just came rolling in, I'd be wrestling that thing like a wet pig. I assume it would be like a wet pig covered in cement. The total volume in each one of those things equals that cubic footage that dude said I needed to be at, but it's not in a cube. It's in a Guda shape. Man, I bought that backhoe last night. I mean, the main reason is because the grade is lower here on these. Like I have to literally pull back the ground down, or the shipping containers will be high centered. The quality of this footage would be so much better if I had a camera operator. Soon. Stay tuned.